Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, introduce myself. My name is Alvina Kurnia Fernanda with ID number 24202013. And today, I'm going to question about the importance of cross-cultural understanding and the difference between Indonesian and Western cultures. This topic is very important because culture influences how we think, communicate, and behave. Understanding different culture help us interact better with people from other countries, especially for us English students. So, first let's talk about what is culture. Culture is a shared way of life that includes what people believe, values, and how they behave. It shapes our communication and our daily action. For example, in Indonesian, people usually greet others with a smile, while in Western countries like the UK, people just say hi without too much expression. This shows that every culture has its own way expressing friendliness. Now, let's look at the characteristic of culture. First, culture is learned. We are not born with it, we learn it through family, school, and society. Second, it is shared, meaning that people in the same community or country have similar values and traditions. The third, culture is dynamic, which means it can change over time. For example, technology has changed how people communicate today. And finally, culture is symbolic. Using language and gesture as symbolics, in Indonesian, for example, we say Bapak or Ibu to show respect, while in Western culture, people just call name directly. Next, let's talk about cross-cultural understanding. It means the ability to recognize, respect, and adapt to different cultures. These skills allow people from different backgrounds to communicate effectively and avoid misunderstanding. For example, Western people usually communicate very directly. They say what they think. But Indonesians tend to speak more indirectly to keep harmony and avoid hurting others' feelings. Understanding this difference helps us build better relationships across cultures. So next, why it is important for us English department students. When we study English, we don't only learn the language. We also need to understand the culture behind it. By learning culture difference, we can communicate more effectively, avoid culture shock when meeting foreigners, and show respect to others. For instance, British people communication style is more direct, so understanding this helps us adapt when we talk with them. This is one of the major culture difference between Indonesian, which represents Eastern culture, and the United Kingdom, which represents Western culture. Basically, this topic explains how people view themselves and their social relationship, whether they focus more on I or we. Let's start with individualism, which is more common in Western countries like the UK. In an individualist culture, people focus on independence and personal goals. They express their opinion freely, and success is usually measured by personal achievement. For example, students in the UK often speak their opinion openly in class. This shows confidence and independence, which are very important values in the culture. On the other hand, collectivism is typical in Indonesian and other Eastern cultures. People in collectivist society focus more on family, respect, and group harmony. For example, Indonesian students often stay quiet in class to show respect to the teacher, rather than speaking out. This reflects the values of politeness and harmony in our culture. Now, let's look at real-life comparison between the UK and Indonesia. In decision-making, people in the UK tend to make decisions individually, while Indonesians prefer group-based decisions. In communication, the British are direct, but Indonesians are more polite and indirect. In the workplace, the UK values personal initiative, while Indonesian emphasizes teamwork. And when it comes to conflict, British people prefer open discussion, but Indonesians usually try to avoid conflict. This difference shows how culture shapes our behavior in everyday life. To support this explanation, I use Hofstede culture dimension theory developed by Gerd Hofstede in 1980. According to his research, the individualism and collectivism dimension explains K culture values. The UK scores very high in individualism with a score of 89, while Indonesian scores much lower, only 14. This meant that British people values freedom, independence, and self-expression, while Indonesian values togetherness, respect, and harmony. So, Hofstede theory helps us understand why people from different countries behave and think differently. Now, let's move to the connection to the left. Hofstede theory helps us understand why people from different cultures communicate differently. For example, the British usually speak very directly. They often say yes or no without hesitation. Meanwhile, Indonesians prefer to use softer language like saying maybe instead of no to stay polite and avoid offending others. By understanding these differences, we can avoid miscommunication and build better relationships with people from different backgrounds. Next, let's look at the critical analysis. No culture is better than another, each one has its own strengths. For example, individualism helps people build confidence and independence. On the other hand, collectivism helps people develop empathy and cooperation. So, instead of choosing one over the other, we should try balance both, be confident but also respectful, independent but still cooperative. And finally, for the conclusion, culture shapes the way we think, act, and communicate. Understanding different culture helps us respect others and communicate better globally. The difference between Indonesia and the UK clearly show how cultural values influence communication styles. So, by learning about other culture, we can become more open-minded and effective communicator. Okay, thank you for my presentation and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you!